My name is Joanna. Welcome to the morning stretch. And today we're focusing on our lower backs, drilling on the L4, L5. Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you may have a stiffness in your back and you feel like, oh, I really cannot move. So this stretch is going to help to wake up your spine and get it moving again, because really motion is lotion. So join me by the wall, or if you have a chair, and place your hand either on the chair or on the wall, slightly wider than your shoulders, and step your feet wider. You can turn your feet slightly out. Keep your knees soft and push your hips back. And inhale, gently look up, squeeze your shoulder blades. Have a gentle back bend here. And exhale, round your back, spread your shoulder blades. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades, gently look up. And exhale, round your back, separate your shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale. And you already may feel some tension here, either on the inhale or on the exhale, or maybe on both. But I find starting with the wall rather than doing the cat-cow on the floor, it really gives us that additional support and makes this pose a little bit more accessible. And exhale. And let's do one more. Inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale. Separate the shoulder blades. Down the back. And release. Keep your hands on the wall. And step your feet together. Take your left foot and lift it up towards your chest as far as it will go. And place your left leg on your right knee and gently sit down as if you were sitting in a chair. If you want, with your left hand, you can gently push your left knee down, and you will feel a stretch in your glutes and in that lower back here. And return the hand to the wall and slowly rise up. We are going to switch sides. Lift your right leg up to your chest as far as it will go and place it on your left knee and sit down as if you were sitting in a chair. You may find that one of the sides is easier than the other. Maybe one of the sides you can feel the stretch quite a bit more. Similarly to the other side, you can place your right hand on your knee and gently push it down. And just breathe here. Try to relax. And place your hand on the wall and come up to the standing position. Step your foot down. And we're going to move to the first longer hold pose, and we're going to start with the ragdoll. So step your feet about hip distance apart and keep your feet parallel or slightly turned out. We're aiming for about that 10 degree. And with control, lower your chest down, 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 trying to hinge at the hip. Keep your knees soft, and if you cannot go any further, grab your opposite elbows and just hold here. And we're going to stay in this pose for 2 minutes. So try to fully relax. And if you feel this is going to be too much, prop your bum on the wall and hang in here. Sometimes if your hamstrings are very stiff and your back is stiff at the same time, it's very hard to stay in this pose for the whole 2 minutes or longer. So the wall might be helping here. And here I'm going to introduce you to the breath that we're going to use through the practice today, especially when we're going to be holding the poses for 2 minutes. We're going to use the breath called 4-8. We're going to inhale through the nose on the count of 4 and exhale through the mouth on the count of 8. So when we're exhaling through the mouth, we want to make that sound. So let's do a couple of rounds together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And continue by yourself. We're almost there, just 5 more seconds. And very slowly allow your hands to go down on the floor. And with control, one vertebra at a time, come up to the standing position, allowing your head to come very last. On the inhale, straighten your spine, imagine you're growing tall, bring your right hand up over your head, and on the exhale, lean towards the left. Inhale, come back to the center. Inhale your left hand up, grow tall, extend your spine. Exhale, bend to the right. And inhale, come back to the center. Bring both of your hands up, grow tall, look towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, do a gentle back bend, opening up your chest towards the ceiling. Knees are still gently bent. And inhale, back to the center. Let's do one more round. Inhale your right hand up and exhale to the left. Inhale, back up. Left hand up. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to the center, both hands up, look up. And exhale, gentle back bend. And lower your hands down. And come all the way down to the floor. Keep your feet about hip distance apart. Feet are flat on the mat. And bring your elbows right on top of your shoulders. And we're going to go into the Sphinx pose. So similarly, we're going to hold this pose for 2 minutes and we're going to use the breath. That 4-8 breath, inhale through the nose on the count of 4 and exhale through the mouth on the count of 8. And when we're stretching, we're using this breath because it helps to send the signal to our parasympathetic nervous system that we are safe. And what it does, it sends our body a signal that our body is safe and will give us a little extra room to stretch a little bit deeper. Just breathe here and relax. And you may notice that sometimes when you're very stressed, very often we do that breath to let go, to distress, to release the tension. And that's why we're exhaling through the mouth, because it's really hard to remove the tension that we might be holding, in this case, in our lower back. But also the tension might be coming from our glutes, and that might be impacting our lower back. So keep breathing. Our head is looking forward. Well, almost there, 15 more seconds. Allow your lower body to fully relax. Imagine you're like a wet noodle hanging off the fork. And with control, come up to all fours. Curl your toes and lower your bum towards your heel. So if you can, bring your big toes together and spread your knees wide. And this pose might be challenging, especially if you're experiencing tension in your lower back at the moment. So I would encourage you to grab some kind of support, which might be blocks, might be kettlebell, might be yoga wheel, or pile of pillows. All of those options are good. So place your hands on your support and just allow your body to drop down. And if you want here, you can allow your toes to fully relax and lower your hips down, down, down. And if you don't need any support, just put it aside and allow your body to melt into the floor. And remember to return to your breath, that 4-8 breath that will allow your body to fully relax, to melt into the floor. And in all of those poses, we're not trying to build any tension in any of the body parts. We're trying to fully let go. So if you want here, you can turn your palms up, because sometimes we tend to grip the mat. So turning palms up might be very helpful. So try that variation and see how it feels. And you may notice that with time, maybe around now, your body is allowing you to go a little bit deeper into the pose. If it does, maybe you can remove the block, or maybe you go one level of the block lower. Just listen to your body. You don't want to experience any pain. Whenever we're stretching, we especially want to avoid any joint pain. If it happens, just prop up. Maybe you need a pillow under your bum to lift up to avoid any knee pain. And we're almost there. So with control, lift your hips up and come up to all fours. We're going to do another reset pose. And this time we're going to do the cat-cow on the mat. And you may notice how differently it feels from the very first cat-cow that we did today. So inhale, open up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, gently look up. The back is gently rounded. And exhale. Round your back, spread your shoulder blades as wide as you can, look towards your belly. And inhale. Drop the belly down, gently look up, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. the neutral position. Curl your toes and push yourself to the downward dog by lifting your hips up. Keep your feet a little bit wide, maybe as wide as the mat, and try to push your heels on the floor. If they're not coming, just take a wider stance so your heels are resting on the mat. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Now the next inhale, look between your hands and walk your feet between your hands and extend them in front of you. We're going to go into forward fold. So I would encourage you to prop something underneath your bum. So it might be a pillow, might be a block. Depends how tight are your hamstrings. And keep your knees soft here. Flex your toes. And on the inhale, bring your hands up, stretching your spine. And exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. And just go as low as you can. And again here, grab the blocks to offer support for your head. So you might be somewhere here. If you don't have blocks, grab a chair or pillows. If you decide it's too high, I'm going to stop the timer for 2 minutes here. Lower it down. And similarly, bring your hands palms up and try to fully relax. And you may wonder why we hold poses for 2 minutes. What's the benefit of that? And we call those longer holds time under passive tension. And our body, with time, allows us to go deeper and deeper. Very often if we hold the pose only for 30 seconds, it's just not enough time for our body to allow that full relaxation. So maybe in one of the poses today you notice that maybe after 1 hour, after 1 minute, maybe that minute and a half, you were able to go a little bit deeper. And usually with time, as we progress, we hold the poses for just a little bit longer each time. So today we're holding them for 2 minutes. Next time we may hold those poses for 2.5 minutes. And this allows our body to progress. It's kind of similar as when you're working with weights. Each time you practice, you want to meet or beat your prior practice. And the maximum holds usually we do is 5 minutes, because science identified that that's the optimal time to gain the benefit of deeper stretching, to gain that flexibility. We're almost there, 5 more seconds. And slowly bring your hands, palms down, and walk up to the seated position. Fabulous job. And if you're sitting on something, move it. And we're going to do our last pose, which is supine butterfly. So lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Walk your feet closer towards your bum and bring the soles of your feet together. Here again you may need some support for your knees. So if you need blocks, throw them up, or pillows. And again we are going to hold this pose for 2 minutes. Remember, the goal here is to make sure we're not using a lot of effort. We want to be that wet noodle on the fork, because our body stretches best when it's fully relaxed. So use the breath to fully relax. And we're almost there. And you may notice that just about now you can maybe go deeper into the pose. But again, you don't want to put any pressure. Just allowing your body to do what it wants to do, allowing the gravity to do its job. Just 15 more seconds. Let's do one more round of breathing together. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the mouth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And with control, place your hands on the outside of your thighs. Bring them together very gently. And you want here, allow your legs to drop to the opposite corners of the mat. And we're going to stay here in Shavasana just for 30 seconds. So relax your body. We don't want to control our breath anymore. Just fully let go. And with control, you can roll yourself to one side and come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your hands to the side and up. Prayer position, look up. And exhale, bring your hands in a prayer position. Thank you very much for joining me today. And I hope you enjoy this practice. If you want to see more practices focusing on the lower back, send me a comment below.